Hey guys, welcome to an Escape from Tarkov survival guide. In this video, I made a list of some things that you guys can take note of to help you survive more raids in Tarkov. With this game, I know it can be a little bit brutal in the ways that you can survive. You can go on a streak of just losing and dying in raids, but I hope these 3 pointers that I'm going to give you in this video will help you survive even more raids than you have before. But before we get into this video, I did want to mention I do stream every week, Monday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you have any question or want to come hang out and just be there for the vibes, I'd love to chat with y'all. Come in, stop by, and I'd love to hang out. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. One of the questions you got to ask yourself when you're going into an Escape from Tarkov raid is, what is your goal for that raid? A lot of people, when they get into a raid, they kind of lollygag, or they're not on mission to figure out what it is they gotta do that raid. You gotta figure out if you're there for the PvP. You gotta figure out if you're there for tasking, for some loot, for the hideout upgrades. What is your mission when you go into that raid? It's better to have that in mind and to have that ready before you get into the raid, so that you know exactly the path you're taking, you know exactly what you can avoid, so that when the raid starts, the raid doesn't control you, but you end up taking control of the raid yourself. And then with the second one, you need to understand and learn when it's a good idea to reset. If you're looking to survive more of your raids, if you're looking to not die and lose everything every time you get into a raid, you gotta understand that sometimes you will have to sacrifice and you will have to stop being greedy, whether it's going after PvP or loot. When you're looking to get out of a raid, you gotta look at your limb health, you gotta look at your teammate, you gotta look at your tasks done, and figure out, are you to a point where you can reset and run that map again? For me, if a teammate of mine, if I'm playing with a duo or a trio, if one of them die, we usually try to reset so that we can get into a fresh raid. The other thing that makes me reset is if I have too many blacked out limbs, that makes me an easier target in whatever fight that I'm gonna take next, because I don't have full health. And the third one is, if I have a lot of tasks to get done in that single map and I got a few done, or even just one done, that could be good enough for me to reset so that I can survive and extract and turn in at least one quest and not having to run that whole thing over again. Learning when to reset is crucial. It'll save you time, it'll save you a lot of energy, and you won't get as frustrated playing Escape from Tarkov. The other thing is to make sure to listen for gunfire and where it's coming from, because depending on where the gunfire is coming from is most likely where a lot of other people will also be attracted to, because they are chasing that PvP. And also to learn that if you are wanting to get into more gunfire and more PvP, you don't always need to run a silencer, because having your gunshots be loud will attract even more players to your location, which creates more PvP opportunities. And as an honorable mention, you do not have to take every PvP fight that you run into. I know it can feel exciting, I know it creates a lot of pressure, but if you're looking to just survive, extract, have a successful raid, you can always back out of a fight. There is no shame in that. If anything, that might be a more wise decision to make than going into a fight and realizing that you have a disadvantage, or realizing that you're outnumbered in that fight. And if you have any questions or looking to see if there's any other ways that you can learn to just be more successful in Escape from Tarkov, like I said, I stream every week. Stop by the stream, come hang out. Everything will be in the description. I'd love to hang out with you and teach you some of the fundamentals in Escape from Tarkov. But until the next video, guys, see ya.